Time has a way of bringing people back together. No matter how many years pass, no matter how many miles lie between them, true bonds never really fade. And for Wang Yibo and Xiao Zhan, this truth has never been more evident. Because recently, fans witnessed a reunion they never thought they'd see again. A reunion so raw, so emotional, that it left the internet in tears. Wang Yibo and Xiao Zhan, together again. Not in a drama, not in a scripted scene, but in real life, in a moment that fans will remember forever. It all started quietly. The event was never meant to be about them. It was just another industry gathering, another night of flashing lights and applause. But when Xiao Zhan stepped onto the stage, there was a shift in the atmosphere. His presence, calm, warm, steady, filled the room. Fans watching live couldn't help but feel a pang of nostalgia, because it had been so long since they'd seen him standing so close to Wang Yibo. But here's the twist. No one expected Wang Yibo to show up. He wasn't listed in the lineup. His name was absent from the program. And yet, in the middle of the evening, the crowd gasped. Because from the shadows, Wang Yibo emerged. For a moment, time froze. The camera panned across the room, and Xiao Zhan's eyes lifted. He saw him, and in that split second, you could almost see Xiao Zhan's heart skip a beat. Wang Yibo walked onto the stage, tall, confident, yet carrying that quiet humility that fans adore. And though the two men tried to keep their composure, their smiles betrayed them. That smile, that recognition, that unspoken warmth. It was as if no time had passed at all. The crowd erupted. Fans screamed. Some even cried on the spot. And what made it even more moving was the way they greeted each other. No words, no forced gestures, just a look. And then instinctively, they reached out and hugged. A simple hug. But to the world watching, it meant everything. Because this wasn't just two colleagues embracing. This was history. This was trust. This was two souls finding comfort in each other once more. For years, rumors swirled. People speculated. Would they ever share a stage again? Would they ever acknowledge each other openly? And in that moment, all doubts melted away. Because Wang Yibo and Xiao Zhan didn't just share a stage. They shared something deeper. A connection that words cannot fully capture. After the event, clips spread across social media like wildfire. Did you see the way Xiao Zhan smiled at him? One fan wrote. It's been years, but it looks like nothing has changed, said another. The hug became a symbol of resilience, a symbol of unshaken trust, a symbol of what it means to reunite even after storms. But let's pause here. Why did this moment feel so powerful? Why did fans cry tears of joy at something as simple as a hug? The answer lies in their history. Because for Wang Yibo and Xiao Zhan, the bond began long before this reunion. It began with late-night rehearsals, with laughter shared in quiet corners of filming sets, with glances that fans noticed even when the cameras weren't supposed to catch them. Their journey was never just about fame. It was about trust. It was about creating something beautiful together. And no matter how much time had passed, that beauty remained. During the reunion, subtle moments spoke volumes. The way Wang Yibo lingered just a second longer when letting go of Xiao Zhan's hand. The way Xiao Zhan's voice trembled ever so slightly when he thanked the audience afterward. These were not rehearsed. These were not planned. These were real. And fans could feel it. Some even pointed out a small detail. When they walked off stage side by side, Wang Yibo slowed his steps, almost as if to match Xiao Zhan's pace. It was gentle. It was unspoken. But it showed a consideration that left fans whispering, "Look at the way he protects him." The event ended, but the impact lingered. 4 days, social media platforms were flooded with edits, fan art, and heartfelt letters. Some fans admitted they cried themselves to sleep after watching the clips. Others said they felt hope for the first time in a long while. Because this reunion wasn't just about two stars meeting again. It was about resilience. It was about the belief that bonds, true bonds, cannot be erased by silence, distance, or time. One post went viral, saying, "They didn't just hug each other. They hugged every fan who had been waiting all these years." And maybe that's why people cried. Because in their reunion, fans saw their own longing fulfilled. They saw promises kept. They saw love in its purest, most unspoken form. Later, during a backstage interview, someone asked Wang Yibo about the reunion. And though he didn't say much, his words carried weight. He simply said, "Some things don't need to be explained. They're just understood." And fans knew exactly what he meant. Meanwhile, Xiao Zhan, when asked about it, smiled softly. His reply? It felt natural. Natural. The word echoed across timelines. Because yes, what fans saw wasn't forced, wasn't scripted. It was natural. Two people, reunited as if the years in between had been nothing more than a pause. Maybe that's the magic of their story. Not every friendship survives fame. Not every bond can endure scrutiny. But theirs has proven to be stronger than rumors, stronger than time, stronger than silence. So, what happens next? No one knows. And maybe that's the beauty of it. Because fans don't need a grand declaration. They don't need promises of projects or collaborations. What they need is exactly what they received in that one moment. A smile, a hug, a reunion that spoke louder than words. For now, fans hold on to that memory. The way their eyes lit up upon seeing each other. The way their arms wrapped around each other, as if no force in the world could pull them apart. And maybe, just maybe, this is only the beginning. 'Cause sometimes, when two souls are meant to be connected, life will always find a way to bring them back together. And Wang Yibo and Xiao Zhan? They couldn't hold back. Not this time. Not when the world was watching. Not when their hearts spoke louder than their silence. And so, the story continues. A story written not by scripts, but by destiny. A story carried not in words, but in glances. A story felt not just by them, but by millions who believe in them. Fans cried tears of joy. And deep down, Wang Yibo and Xiao Zhan must have felt the same. 'Cause sometimes, the greatest reunions are the ones we never see coming. And this one? This was unforgettable. Time has a way of bringing people back together. No matter how many years pass, no matter how many miles lie between them, true bonds never really fade. And for Wang Yibo and Xiao Zhan, this truth has never been more evident. 'Cause recently, fans witnessed a reunion they never thought they'd see again. A reunion so raw, so emotional, that it left the internet in tears. Wang Yibo and Xiao Zhan, together again. Not in a drama, not in a scripted scene, but in real life, in a moment that fans will remember forever. It all started quietly. The event was never meant to be about them. It was just another industry gathering, another night of flashing lights